I'm back again with another modded high quota lethal company video, but rather than doing the brutal company category that I did in my previous videos, I'm going to be checking out this other category that caught my interest when I checked out the high quota HQ website, and that's the 12 moons high quota. The 12 moons HQ is a category comprised entirely of modded moons, and those modded moons are these 12 listed here. The only two that I'm familiar with are Orion and Cast, since those were some of the earliest modded moons added to Lethal Company, and some of the earliest videos I made on the channel, so I'm excited to revisit those. But since I'm not familiar with all the moons at play, the approach that I'm going to take to this is I'm going to try a single moon HQ run on every single moon and determine a strategy on how to approach the overall high quota category afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the 12 moons high quota mod pack, which you can find over on highquotahq.com. It's listed somewhere down here. You can just copy paste this into the Thunder store. Then I'm going to see which moon is the starting moon, or select set of starting moons, and go from there. So if you want to keep up with my single moon high quota runs on this modded category, then hit the subscribe button down below, or go follow me on Twitch when I decide to live stream these, which I will, just not doing it today. Other than that, that's it for the improvised intro, so I'll see you guys on the autopilot ship. So one thing about the 12 moons mod pack, when you import the profile into your Thunder store or R2 Modman, whichever one's your platform of choice, make sure to not update the mods when you get the prompt to do so. You're just gonna want to launch the mod pack as is, because if you update the mod pack, you will get a bunch of errors. That's at least true at the time of recording. That might not be true at some point later or in other versions. I'm currently playing in version 64, so yeah, I downloaded it, updated it, it broke, so I deleted the mod pack, re-downloaded it, and didn't update, and now it looks like we're working. So let's load in. Let's take a look at the moons and what we're working with. See if any of them are free. I want to say that Blurrence is probably going to be the one of the free moons anyway, but we'll take a look at each of them and see what the costs are. Obviously, I'm going to want to do an Iron Man of these 12 moons at some point. So I'm assuming that we're not going to be able to do any of the vanilla moons. I mean, it's listed here, but I'm not really sure if you could delist them or if it's even worth using the space to do that. But all of the other moons are listed here. Actually, it's almost, well, no, it's not listed in order of least or free to most costly, but it's almost there. It's listed at least in order of danger level. So there's the danger levels listed here. I'm not sure if danger level actually matters, you know, but it's kind of nice at least. We have, it looks like we have Blurrence, Verdance, and Derelict. Oh, and Gorgonzola as well as free moons. And then Tandris, Skalg, Lurtz as kind of, oh, and Synthesis as middle ground moons. And then Etern, Orion, Jabiua, and Cast as expensive moons. Looks like Cast is still the most expensive moon at 1,000 credits. That was still true back then. I mean, most expensive moon out of the modded ones. Back then, Cast being 1,000 credits was kind of a big deal because the most costly moon at that time was Titan at 700. Nowadays, we have Artifice at 1,500, so 1,000 might not make people flinch at all, but 1,000 is still a lot. It's gonna be interesting checking all of these out. I wonder if modded moons have their spawn tables uploaded on the Thunder store. That's maybe some research that I'm gonna do at some point down the line. But for now, we're just going to kind of go in blind, and it looks like we're going to go in Eclipse as well. I'm just going to go down the list. I think that's going to be the play here. So we're going to start on Blurrence. Let's go check out Blurrence. And we're going to do a Blurrence. I mean, okay. Now I'm thinking that I should just do an Iron Man run, but I think I'll save that for a stream. So, yeah, this is going to be kind of our first look at Blurrence, I guess. So in order for me to submit this run for the high quota leaderboard, I must complete at least 7 quotas. That's something that I should have said in the intro, but it's something that I wanted to say early on here. So anyway, let's go get it. Eclipse Blurrence. I have no idea what I'm going into. This is super blind, you know. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. This looks like experimentation. Low-key. Let's do a quick item scan. Oops. 16 objects, 1251. Not bad, actually. Okay, well. I'm gonna assume that the entrance is somewhere this way. It is kind of rough that we get an immediate eclipse. Actually, I should... Okay, something I'm gonna do after this day is I'm going to read the moon descriptions. That's something that I used to do for my modded moon showcases. It's been a while since I've played on modded moon, so gonna try to get back in the swing of things. I think 12 moon high quota is a good context to revisit modded moons and actually treat them a bit seriously. Because back when I used to do modded moon showcases, I would basically just play 1 or 2 quotas and then call it a day. And something I wanted to do whenever I decided to revisit modded moons is to kind of push them to their limits, and rather than using only 1 quota to showcase, maybe see how far we can push the envelope on these moons and showcase a bit more of the spawns and everything. I guess the reason why I didn't do that before is because the idea was that I wanted people to kind of just get the gist of the moon and then experience the rest for themselves, and I felt like 1 quota was enough to do that while still keeping like the experience mostly blind, I guess. Because then if I did a whole run, you might already go in with expectations of the moon, and I think it's fun to do a bit of discovery for yourself. Anyway, we finally find the main entrance. It's a little bit far, not gonna lie. But we'll make do. I saw a turret at least. There's 16 objects, so it's not gonna be like there's not gonna be a lot of loot. The network is probably towards that turret, unless this is... Oh wait, got a snare flea right there. It looks like a loot room right here. I mean, there's a loot room over there as well. But... Okay. This is 41. That's not bad. Actually, I'll put this right here for now. I do want to check out that big room. It's unfortunate that the snare flea is right there, but snare fleas aren't too bad to deal with. Just go over here. Just kind of bring him away, or towards this way, and then we can jump now. Oh, but we don't want him to go back that way. Yeah, that's kind of not where we want him. So, we'll just jump over him then. And he... So, if a snare flea ever aggroes on you, you can just jump and it will de-aggro. This works in multiplayer as well. Just keep track of where it goes afterwards, because it will reset. It probably just went back to its same spot, because I don't think snare fleas normally do that. I don't think they just go back to where they normally went. But sometimes when you play modded Lethal Company, weird stuff happens. So I'm gonna see if the... What is that? Oh, that's another loot room. Got a locker room tied to a loot room. It's kind of sick. What's not sick though is the fact that these doors are open, actually. 1. And 2, that there was no loot in that locker room. It's okay. Oh wait, okay, it looks like the snare flea might have just came from here. Because that vent's popped in the corner there. Maybe the snare flea ran all the way across the big room, and this is the end of that. At least we don't come out with nothing. This is 3 out of 16 objects. The only thing is, it's a long run back to the ship as well. Not sure where the fire exit is yet. This isn't where I came from, right? That's where I came from. Oh, that's where I came from, and then I came back this way. Okay. Go now. Uh-oh. That might not be good. Maybe I should have bought a shovel. I'm not entirely sure. Is that a thumper? Why am I carrying... Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a slime. Even worse. Oh wait, no. Lights are on. Is there anything here? Is this what I'm gonna bring back on day one? Just this? I mean, I can still check that other side as well. Let's not get snare fleed here. Ooh, that's a nice little ambient sound. No? Oh, well. Actually, we get... Oh, shit. Yeah, see, if you get caught off guard, just jump, and then it'll completely de-aggro from you. I'm gonna check over here before I decide to give up. Although, I'm pretty sure the network was over that way. But I think we'll take one inventory back, because I want to... Oh, hold on. Wait, there was 96, so there's another item in here. Thank you, item scan. Well, reliable. Okay. I think this is... Oh. I think this is the most valuable. If I had to guess. Yeah. And then we'll come back if we can. 4:45 p.m. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in there. Kind of unfortunate. Let's find the fastest way back. Maybe following these telephone poles is the strategy on this moon. Company Cruiser might have to be a play here as well. I noticed that there's the Company Cruiser fix mod in the 12 Moons mod pack, so driving the Company Cruiser might be a bit easier in this mod pack. I'm probably getting eaten here. I'm out of stamina. But I think I'm gonna walk until I see until the worm actually catches up to me. I might need the stamina to outplay the dog. There's two dogs. Dog might be stuck on the rocks though. So that's at least a power level of 6 outside. There was a spore lizard, slime, and snare flea inside, so at least a power level of 3 inside. 186. Do I go back in? I mean, it's not that bad outside. But I think we can try to check out the moon in a non-eclipsed setting. And also get a better gauge of what our indoor-outdoor looks like on a non-eclipsed setting. Because if, I'd imagine outdoor monsters don't spawn until much later on a normal day. So maybe we get luckier. Or maybe we just get eclipsed 2 times in a row. I considered doing an eclipse only runs on these moons, kind of modeling after my eclipse only series back when I was doing my first training for the Iron Man run. But it looks like I'm not actually going to do that because the weather updated to now. Now 186 is not on pace for 7 quota. I need to average around 230 to do that. Maybe I should try harder to get loot on a lower density moon like this, but we'll see. Let's hive scan actually. 18 objects. I forgot to read the description of the moon. Maybe at the very latest it'll be on the company building when I do that. Now we at least have a better idea of how to get to the main entrance. If there's a... Oh wait, is that an old bird? That is an old bird. So that's going to be something to take into account if I find the apparatus. If I take the apparatus, then old bird's going to activate. I'll keep that in mind. Old bird might not be that bad though on such an open map. The old bird can take care of the dogs and also potentially give me speed boosts. There might potentially be a shortcut to the main entrance behind this rock, maybe? Is that a thing? Is there like a parkour there? That can be something we explore at some other point. Hopefully it's, hopefully it's just eyeless dogs and worms outside on potentially the most safe moon. But if we get giants, that might not be very good. We have turrets. Turrets and landmines so far. Love to see it. There's even a... Oh, I thought this was a turret also. It's just an egg beater... or a stool. I did see the locker room at the end, so we'll check that as well. Ooh! Okay, we get... Might as well send a key. Another egg beater. It's not a egg beater only day, otherwise these would be worth a lot more. Let me take a quick peek in here first. Okay, that probably chains into the loot room, so we're gonna go this way. Oh, okay. I mean, it's all kind of low value loot except for that Easter egg. I'm not gonna pick it up quite yet. But there is 18 objects. This is 1, 2, 3, 7 objects so far. Keys don't count toward the object count. Oh, I didn't even jump high enough to check. Okay. Oh, well, maybe worth a look. I almost died. Let's go a bit deeper. See if we can get 2 inventories at least. I mean, there's a tattered metal sheet, so... in theory, I could take back 2 inventories. I don't want to take back a tattered metal sheet if I can find something better. But I'll slightly move it, position it for that. Not going to unlock that key. Egg beater is the slightly better. Is it what I'm looking for? I'm not entirely sure. That's 9 out of 18 objects. You know, it would be cool if we find a fire exit as well. So that way we can we can see if we play fire exit and if that's more of the play. Generally, you want to play fire exit because going through the fire exit immediately puts you into the network, meaning you can get to loot faster. The only reason you wouldn't want to play fire exit if it takes longer, or thereby making it less efficient. Oh, okay. Well, if it's not here, then where is the progress? Oh well, I guess progress isn't this way. It's probably behind one of these power doors then. Perhaps F2. So I guess I'm not gonna get there today, because I should probably start working this loot back. So I mean, yeah. We'll just gotta play around this turret. Cool. It's actually a lot closer than I thought. I don't know if I fully checked over left yet either. I'm pretty sure I just went this way and called it a day. The turret should be facing this way now. It's okay, we have all this to work around. Can even kind of walk this way first. I haven't even checked down that way. Gotta be somewhat careful for landmines and stuff. Oh wait, fire exit's right here. Perfect. I did see that red light earlier. I kind of mistook it for a landmine, I guess. But let's see where the fire exit's at. Oh. Wait, but this is pretty safe, I think, because I want to say the ship is to the left. Oh no, it's right there. Okay, so we're gonna figure out how to play fire exit, because this is a lot safer outside, and it's potentially closer than main as well, depending on what kind of parkour you have to do to get here. But you can at least leave through the fire exit here with value. Let's bring everything out just in case like there's hoarding bugs or something. 3 PM outside, so I still have some time. Considering like the outdoor enemies, actually being elevated gives me a lot more outdoor time. Now I haven't had any indoor enemies yet, so that's kind of cool. I might even endeavor to get that key that I left by the turret. Oh, wait. Nice. Hold on. Apparatus. Okay, well, I mean, I know there's an old bird, but I'm still going to grab this. I think I'll position everything first, though, and then come back since it's so close. Besides, by the time okay, I think I hear a dog downstairs. Or below me, rather. Okay, this is... is there a parkour to get up here? It doesn't really look like it. No, if there is, it's going to be on the other side of this pipe. Yeah, there's probably a way to get up on that rock. That's cool though. Hopefully no baboon hawks. Baboon hawks aren't really my favorite ever. I might have to pull the apparatus actually. Mostly because if I don't know how to get back up, then I'm not gonna know what to do. And hopefully the old bird does not kill me. I think I risk dropping everything right in front of the ship. I don't see a reason not to. But 3 inventories, that's almost everything that was available today. I think this is pretty close to, I probably should have dropped the 2-handed item slightly offset. So that way I can pick up 3 1-handed items and then the 2-handed. Sometimes if you drop everything into one pile, you might grab the 2-handed item before your inventory is full. And that's not very good. Then you'll have to do an inventory shuffle before having a full inventory, and sometimes depending on the danger around you, you might not have that kind of luxury. You either have to sacrifice not getting a full inventory or risk death trying to sort yourself out. Or just make multiple trips. Making multiple trips is valid as well. But depending on your goals, that might not be ideal, especially if you're going for like a speedrun type format. Now, I've heard that there's modded speedrun categories as well. It's not on the official speedrun.com website, so I need to find out where those modded categories are hosted, because I'll probably check those out as well. But I kind of like... The reason why I do more high quota than speedruns is because I kind of enjoy the lack of time pressure. It's more of just kind of a number pressure. Especially as someone who like streams and makes videos. Sometimes for speedrunning, it's not really conducive for me to be sharing my thoughts and opinions, and especially not taking time between moons to talk about things. I should really just be focused, efficient for the entirety of the run. Now, I did activate the old bird by doing this, but I think that's okay. I'm gonna fall right on top of him, it seems, which might be less okay. But what's he shooting? He's aggroed on something. Is it me? Alright, we're gonna drop because it's 8:40. And it's just 3 quick runs back and forth. Oh, it's dogs. I see. Hopefully I don't have to show you why I don't like, Oh, please. See, that's kind of... I mean, I made it. It's fine. But that's exactly why I don't like, what's it called? Dropping the 2-handed items on top of the 1-handed ones. I wonder if it's worth grabbing those last few items. I feel like it is, just because of how little loot there is on the map. If I can't outplay one old bird, then what am I doing here? You know? Okay. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Okay, we're good. I can't count on the loot density being higher, or for me getting more inventories per moon. I feel like 3 inventories, or almost 3 full inventories, is pretty solid. You know, that's like more than half of the loot. At least, yeah, 393. That's pretty good. 393 of 612 though. 612 is kind of a lot, so I must have missed some high value loot then. It's unfortunate. But we are back on pace now. 393 plus whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm above 460 for the 2 days. I am allowed to use... Well, I probably should have just set up lethal tracker. It's not something that I did though. 17 objects, 1658. Let's figure out how to get onto the fire exit, hopefully. I think it's worth a quick look. Now the pipe just goes directly into the wall here, so maybe it's not something we can do. And it didn't look like I can parkour onto anything over here. Unless, yeah. Unless, wait, hold on. Can I go up there and then jump on the... That looks a little too far, unfortunately. Maybe? Maybe it's... I think it's worth... Is it worth a look? Or do I just get equipment that helps me get up there later? Okay. I guess we have something to figure out at some other point. A lot of these parkours don't even work in version 64 anymore. I don't know. Well, I don't know if that's because physics changes or just slope changes. It's probably just slope changes, actually. I don't feel any difference in my movement in version 64. I'm real sad that Zeekers took out a lot of the parkours that were on some of the lower tier moons, notably Val and Offense. But, you know, when stuff like that happens, it opens up opportunities to play on some modded stuff, you know. I guess that's one of the main appeals of playing modded anyway, right? Like if there's something about the base game that you don't like, you can, oh, hey. You can kind of just find a change that you agree with a bit more. Okay. And also, you know, I said in my, one of my previous the Lethal Company video where I was talking about, like, how I felt about the game and stuff, that I felt like I've done everything in the game other than playing modded and doing certain collabs. And it's not that, like, modded was out of the question, it's just that there weren't a lot of ways I was interested in playing modded. But now that there's an official leaderboard for modded, you know, it's kind of a bit more enticing. Rather than just kind of doing modded for no reason. Well, not no reason, it's just that, like, there's no reason for people who are kind of, like, doing challenge runs to, like, seriously endeavor to play modded, especially when the race for, like, the like, world record high quotas and speed runs are as intense as they are. Like, yeah, I think a modded challenge runs would reach a certain subsection of the Lethal Company community without the prerequisite of there being a leaderboard. But I think this will attract... I think the fact that the leaderboard exists is going to be a good thing in the long run. I'm very curious to see how they picked these moons, though. Like, why these 12 moons over the now basically hundreds of moons that are available. But I'm going to trust their judgment. I mean, like, I'd imagine these aren't 12 random moons. I'd imagine that they're 12 moons that were created specifically for the purposes of running modded high quota, which I think is super cool. Okay. It's work that I didn't have to do, you know? I just gotta go play the moons and show people that this exists. And I think that's a pretty sweet gig on my part. Oh, does that mean... Okay. Oh no, I was like, does that mean there's a hoarding bug here? No, this is just how I dropped stuff over here. Haven't even heard a hoarding bug and bro's worrying about him. Go figure. It seems like progress is going to be down that way through the fog. I want to say that there isn't a turret there because I feel like I would have... The odds of me aggroing a turret were pretty high there and it hasn't happened yet. So we're going to go take a peek. That's like my main concern when going through fog. Is if there's going to be a turret waiting for me on the other side. Okay, well when I turn a corner, things change. You know. Oh, there's two. That was a kind of a risky play, especially, see, look, there's an open vent, so there's gonna be an enemy here somewhere. There's a loot room. I'm going towards the enemy. It's probably a snare flea again, if I had to guess. Like, it's not gonna be an like, not a slime, because the slime would be going towards me, not a hoarding bug. Thumper. Okay. That's not what I would have guessed. But I think I'm good then, in that case. Okay, well I want those bottles. Is this good? No way this is good. No! Okay, well, my fault. My fault. Well that's pretty embarrassing. Anyway. I guess, you know what? I will not do a blurrence only run for this. I think my approach from the start was kind of a little bit off. I think what I want to do actually is do an Iron Man challenge where I go through all of the 12 moons in order. I'm gonna see if the order is right. I mean, like, it's kind of, you kind of got a lot of moons and you got a lot for free. But I'm not gonna change the order. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of the Iron Man. I'm gonna go to every moon in order without dying. But that's not gonna be what I do in today's video. That's gonna be what I do in the next video. And I will absolutely live stream that one as well because that sounds like a fun idea. So, I guess that's it for this run. It wasn't, you know, I talked about how I wasn't gonna do a one quota showcase for modded moons, and then that's what I did anyway. But I will revisit Blurrence single moon high quota. Just kind of give it a bit more of a serious go next time. But I am kind of busy today. That's why I didn't stream this. And yeah, I guess that turret told me go handle your business. I thought I was safe, honestly, because that first turret didn't kill me, but I guess the second turret had a different visual on me than that first one, and it was enough of a difference to kill me there. But yeah. You'll be seeing my next Lethal Company videos are pretty much all going to be in this category. So subscribe if you want to keep up with that. Follow me on Twitch if you want to catch it live, and I'll see y'all in the next video or live stream. Have a good day and peace.